Miss Blessing Akpan. Blessing Akpan is a passionate educator and the founder of the Innovative Child Network, a non-profit organization promoting skill-based learning among children from community schools through mentorship, training, and literacy programs. She also serves as the Chief Learning Officer at Feel Food Flow. With over 4 years' experience in digital learning and pedagogical innovation, Blessing has engaged over 5,000 students and teachers and has offered personalized learning experience to learners via her role as a Scratch educator and youth session host at Link Online Learners. Blessing has graced both the local and international stage as a speaker and mentor and has been featured on Open Design Africa Festival, Learn Lives We Learn Festival, public speaking mentor at Calvi International School, India, host at the Game Gangers podcast, mentor at Junior Achievements Lead Bootcamp, Innovation Challenge and Beyond Barriers Brain Power Bootcamp. She is a 100 ambassador for Nigeria and a global youth ambassador at Their World. Also, a Qatar Foundation Wise alumni and 2020 Telemachus Youth alumna of the Global Thinkers Forum. Her outstanding leadership and participatory action in inclusive education have been deservingly recognized both locally and globally. Recently named the 2021 Top 50 finalist for the Global Students Prize by Check.org and Verti Foundation. Nominated for 2021 25 Under 25 Awards in Education by SME 100 Africa. Won Human Capital Development Award from Beyond Barriers Brain Power. Also won the 2021 Car Network Woman of the Future Awards. Previously recognized and awarded by Union Bank Nigeria for enabling online learning for over 100 children during the pandemic. She bagged the award for public service presented by the National Association of Nigerian Student Joint Campus Committee. Blessing is passionate about providing solutions to issues in her community through education, leadership, and capacity building. Let's make welcome Miss Blessing Akpan.
Yay! Thank you so much. Wow. That is over to you. Blessing, thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope everyone can hear me very well.
Yes, please.
I was just like, is this my biography? Like, seriously, that was just a lot. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm grateful for Adora for inviting me to engage with you all, to speak with you all, to learn from you all. Thank you so much, and congratulations, Adora, for all that you keep doing. Thank you. So I will be sharing with you on the topic empowering students for the digital world of work. And before we begin, I would like to share an outline of my talk on the 5 points. And they're as follows. We're looking at to empower students. What is the best time to empower students? What are the systems responsible for empowering students? And lastly, the benefits or opportunities in the digital world of work. Now we're going to dive right into it. The digital world of work could, in simple terms, be referred to as technology-related occupations, which take into cognizance advanced digital skill sets. Now, over the years, technology has become a great equalizer that's in enhancing connectivity, financial inclusion, and even in public service. Now, it's important to note that the digital world has enabled seamless communication using various devices over the internet. Now, the digital transformation hasn't just brought about skills, but has also infiltrated industries, companies, organizations. It has brought about a whole new perspective on what works are relevant and how they are carried out. Now, it poses a question on human skills, mindsets, and level of dynamism and adaptability. Now, by empowering students with better digital skills, they have a chance to not just compete favorably with their counterparts in developed countries, but are also able to better their lives and that of their communities. Like what I usually say, growth for one is growth for all. However, it's sad that the Nigerian education system hasn't officially made digital skills acquisition as part of the compulsory subjects and course to be learned. That you could actually agree with me, from K-12 to the university, especially in public institutions. And because young people have come to learn about the requirements of the digital world of work, they've come to learn about that it's very important to have these digital skills. They've come to learn about the skills needed when they've graduated school, why they should acquire these skills. Some of them try to kind of marry going to school and trying to acquire these skills. And at the end of the day, we realize that it poses a kind of a stress on their academics. However, there are some students that actually are able to carry both along. Now, another option to some students, I'm actually a student, that's why I'm actually saying this. The other option that they actually embark on it before stepping into the higher institution or even after. And in this case, some certain amount of their age is, I wouldn't want to call it like misuse, like call it like wasted, but sometimes I feel that there are certain times in a youth's life, in a student's life, that needs to be used for a particular thing or a particular engagement, a particular aspect of their life should be used for a particular work. Yeah. Now, we would say, a lot of people in the world would say that there isn't a stipulated time for someone to acquire digital skills, but I usually say that the earlier the better. No, and it works perfectly used during a young person's early age. Now, I would say I will give an example of some young persons I know who have distinguished themselves in the aspect of acquiring digital skills. I know I actually lead a community of children, teenagers who are acquiring skills, who are engaging their intellect, who are innovative. So I've seen 17 years old who is a developer, software developer, earning so much. Now, would you tell me that he or she is so young? No, it's not. No, he or she is not that young. So I think it's very important that we prioritize
Okay, Miss Blessing is frozen.
supporting, empowering young people to gain skills. Am I still frozen? Hello?
You're back.
Okay, thank you. So now, okay, where was I? All right, I said that now more than ever, it's like a time for our leaders to rethink the purpose of education, especially for the Gen Z, the young people, the people in the 21st century. Now, it is time to put away some courses and subjects while adopting new ones, because especially it has to start with when they are actually in school. It has to start with when their minds are still very active. Now, and while we are waiting for this to happen, while we are waiting for the government, while we are waiting for our leaders, now it is important to know that teachers, school leaders, and parents have a part to play in ensuring our young people are adequately prepared for the digital world of work. Now, the truth is they cannot be equal to the task when they do not possess a relevant digital skills. So when I was in a high school, I had this special interest in computer science subjects and literature. Well, I knew I didn't have interest at all in some core science subjects, which would have given me a good footing. So I had to choose my other favorites, which was art. But be that as may, I never totally ruled out science because I loved some aspect of science, of course. Now, towards my stay, the end of my stay in school, I was among the students invited to attend a Google event, and that officially marked the beginning of my journey in tech. So when people see me and they will just wonder how I started, what motivated me, who helped me, my mentors, etc. Well, I love the fact that my dad did not stop me well, my family members are like the greatest support system I have. And I first of all enrolled in a diploma in data processing at an IT firm, and I graduated with flying colors. And this actually happened immediately after I finished my WAEC exams. And that actually opened my mind to some concepts, some perspective about life. And one of them was that it doesn't matter the field that you are in, or discipline, or even course you are studying in school. The present digital age has made it in such a way that every course, every discipline, every area can be related to technology. Yes, it can all be related to technology. For instance, I aspired to be a teacher. So what I did was I tried to marry education and technology. Initially I wasn't really sure because I didn't really understand the concept of technology, what it was all about. But as I ventured into it, I met mentors, I attended a lot of events, yes. So I was able to understand how much it's needed to become a competent teacher. And I also came to learn about the things I need to do, and I actually had to go straight up, right to it. I did what I needed to do. Well, right now I wouldn't say I'm there, but I would say I am one of the persons, I call it the educators in Nigeria who are using the innovative practices in their classroom. So right now I'm still a student actually, but I've been able to distinguish myself, So during the pandemic, we were kind of locked in, so we couldn't go anywhere. So my school was closed, and then I used to teach children, but I was quite devastated when the pandemic struck Nigeria, and I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I transitioned online. It was the first time doing that because I wasn't really used to it before. That's 2020, but I had to do it regardless. Then at a point I came to realize that there were a lot of things I didn't know. There was a lot I didn't learn. So I came face to face with opportunities for teachers, for people who were into education, but they needed to possess a particular skill. So at the point I realized that there were some of these skills I didn't possess. So what did I do? I had to enroll in courses. I remember enrolling in Google for Education certification. I took the courses, level 1, level 2. I took Microsoft Innovative Educator certification. I took the courses. I was certified. And then I went to Adobe. I took it, and it was amazing. Like, it was interesting. I was so excited to be learning about new perspective about this education. Before now, I used to think that education is not about just the classroom. The teacher comes in to teach and all of that. But no, I realized that in my field that education was just more than that. So I learned about flipped learning. I learned about project-based learning. I learned about innovative concepts, that are trending, that's in the next few years, that teachers that have these skills will be the ones that will remain in this business, in this world of education, that will be relevant. So that's the same thing with other areas. That's the same thing with other courses, So teachers, school leaders should prioritize the future of the students, should be able to stay ahead of trends and help empower their students so that when they get out of school, they will not be left behind. They will not be found wanting. They will not feel lost. Now, I would say that empowering students for the digital world of work, it's not just, like I said, it's not just the responsibility of the leaders, the leaders of the country, but we have the school leaders, we have the school directors, we have parents, we have teachers. Yes, of course. Now, like I would say, when I was starting out, my parents were like a major support system for me, because but they were ready to give me that push. They were ready to give me that support, because they believe that beside just loving the fact that I wanted to be a teacher, they felt that I could be more. Now, the roles of parents, the role parents play should be that of an encouraging factor, providing their child or children with the resources they need, and offering the moral support. Now, it's very important because some people say that some young people in school, I'm actually a student, so I interact with a lot. And then some people say that when they wanted to actually venture to a particular area or a particular skill area, there's like, they are faced with bottlenecks, okay? They're faced with discouraging factor, and some of them is their parents. And sometimes they get frustrated, sometimes they can't really go on. But it's very important that our young people get support from parents, because that is one of the major factors that will help them to keep thriving. And for teachers, that is very important. One of the support system that could help students thrive. For teachers, I would say that I don't know if you have teachers here. Do we have teachers here in this call, in this event?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. Now, this is actually going for teachers. I want you to remember that the success of your students will always be attributed to you. Instead of complaining about the lack of resources to help students adapt to digital learning, why not create yours? Innovate your pedagogies. You don't need to deliver the lesson as it's presented. So do your thing, improvise when it be. So while I was starting out, these were the things I said to myself. Yeah, because I might not always get the resources I needed. When I started the Innovative Child Network, resources were a major issue, but I improvised. In a lot of instances, I improvised. There's a day I would go to teach, and then we'll have like a class of 10 students, but then we have like 2 laptops here to teach. So I needed to, at all costs, try to carry everyone along in that moment that we didn't have enough resources. So mostly, what I find mostly in public schools is that some of those resources are not really there. But for teachers who is actually teaching in public schools, what do? Collaboration is good. Collaborating with your fellow teachers, sharing knowledge, sharing resources. There are different communities for teachers to help them develop professional competence and also help their students achieve success. And some of those communities, we have Google for Educators. Last year I started, myself and other educator friends, we started a movement called 10,000 certified Google educators. So our mission was to train teachers in the 31 local government area in Akpan State to be Google certified. So we visited about 5 local governments already. And what we provided them was not just training for that day, but resources for them to refer to, and then a community for them to ask questions when need be. We understand as a classroom teacher, you may not have all the resources at your disposal, but being able to improvise, being able to stay connected with other teachers and community will help you achieve your purpose and achieve your aim. and help ensure that your students learn better. Now, for school leaders, really they need to step up their games and put the interest of the students and their future above all. This also involves empowering teachers to be effective in their work. Now, I always love teaching kids, that was initially my calling. But at a point, I realized that we needed more hands, for sustainability. We needed more hands and more people to spread the word, to help do all of those things. I can't be everywhere at the same time. So what I did was I partnered with educators, collaborate, and we went to schools. We teach local governments. That is it. So that is what school leaders, school directors, proprietors should do. They should prioritize empowering their teachers. That is the only way the teachers would be able to empower the students and help them stay ahead. That's for the school leaders. And now one of the systems, I would say, is the students themselves. Now, for students, I would say that there are a lot of opportunities out there which no one would hand it over to them. Yeah, so if we have any students here in this conference, I would say that there are a lot of opportunities that no one would hand it over to you. You have to go look for it, because I have been in that situation, or I've done that before. There are certain opportunities that I didn't wait for anyone to bring it to me. I went to search for it. We have the internet at our disposal, okay? So the fact that you are students, the fact that maybe you don't have enough time, or the fact that your course of study doesn't include digital aspect of skills, is not an excuse not to acquire these skills. It is not an excuse not to acquire these skills. So it's very important that you take your development personal. Now, the digital world of work is actually looking out for people who are responsible for their own learning. So as students, it's very important that we go out there, look for opportunities, attend events, attend conferences, learn. There are certain organizations out there helping, so you should actually take advantage of it. A lot of private institutions, organizations are offering free courses and mentorship to students to learn digital skills. We have cloud computing, software development, data analytics, project management, product management, digital marketing. There are a whole lot of them out there. We have different organizations offering that even for free. So students need to take advantage of that. We have Coursera. Recently, Coursera offered free 4,000 licenses for students to learn courses online free. They partnered with my organization, the Innovative Child Network. So we've been offering spots for young people to learn the skills free on that platform. So we also have organizations like UTVA, giving scholarship through individuals to students to learn product management. Recently, we have this African Leadership Group offering 12 months program for software development for students, yes, and young people. So all of those things are out there. So students need to grab it. Students need to take advantage of it. Students need to not just sit back and just watch. They need to take advantage of that opportunities. Like I think the only thing I initially was my dad really helped me in acquiring a diploma in IT. That's data processing. After that, the rest of the development was on me. Like I was the one who went out. I've attended a lot of programs. And from there, that is where I met a lot of people. And also, students should also understand that no one will come to your house and hand opportunities for you. You know, when you go out there, you meet people, people know what to do. It doesn't matter the level of expertise that you have in that area, whether you are a beginner, whether you're in an entry level, whether you're an expert. When once you open your mind out there, step out there, attend events, share your knowledge, you'll be able to get in contact with a lot of people who would give you more platform, more opportunities. So I've been able to get onto a lot of platforms, speak in a lot of platforms, get freelancing opportunities, jobs, not because I sat in my house, but because I went out there. I was visible, you know, I was visible. Now, in the next few years, a lot of roles will be taken over machines, taken over by machines. And funny enough, people would be needed to build, maintain, and operate these machines. Now, to students, would they really be equal to the task? I don't know. I don't know. But for me, I make sure that every passing day, I do not just sit back and wonder what the world could bring for me. But I realized that my skills could actually bring a lot of things, a lot of opportunities to the world. So if our students need to be prepared for the digital world of work, they need to learn certain skills, and that starts now. The responsibility is on them, it's on our leaders, it's on our parents, teachers. Everybody is responsible for empowering our students for the digital world of work, because at the end of the day, the world will be a better place because this actually happened. So I want to say thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share my thoughts. And